people necessarily mean that it's going to happen for your body. Everybody is on their own health journey. And so we want to make sure you know that. I am a physical therapist. I've been a PT for 25 years. I am not currently in the clinic. I stopped being in the clinic about a year and a half ago, and then was presented with this, decided to do this full time, and it has been so amazing, helping everyone and blessing everyone with this technology. So if you're on here and you're not patching yet, because some of our people on our team invite some of their friends and different ones they've told, the X39 stem cell patch, it is the reactivation patch to your stem cells, and that's the number one patch that everybody needs to be on, period. You're going to hear us talk about other patches, other nutrition products on these Zoom calls, but always remember the X39 is the main patch that everyone needs to wear every day. You wear it 12 hours a day. You take it off, throw it away at night, put on a new one the next day. You need to stay very hydrated, electrolytes, all the things. We're going to talk about that tonight with the product that I'm going to talk about is the Cellergize. So we're going to talk about hydration, but I just want you to know that's the main patch. It is phototherapy, and it works through biomodulation, where it turns on our copper peptides, which is a tripeptide that our body produces. And that tripeptide in turn wakes up our dormant stem cells, and they are the pluripotent stem cells. They're the ones that we are born with, but they go dormant after we're 60. We lose about 90% of those, and so they're still there. We just have to wake them up, get them out of the sleeping bags, and tell them to go to work. That's why I have a little lady that the other day, she's like 86, and she's like, been patching for 2 weeks. I haven't felt anything. I was like, girl, your stem cells are just barely rolling out of sleeping bags right now. Like, they're just getting the crust out of their eyes. They haven't even decided where they're going to go yet. Like, it's like waking up and sitting on the edge of the bed. So you've got to give your body time. Your body didn't get the way it is this quick, real quick. It took a little time. And so you have to give it time and give it some grace and know that it is working. These patches are all patented, and you don't get patents on placebo. We have all the studies. We have it all in PubMed. Anything you want to see, if you're a science person, that proves that they work, even if you don't feel them, we got you. We got the landing page. But just be patient, be consistent, and just know your breakthroughs are coming, and do not stop before you get those, because you could just be 3 feet from the gold, and you don't want to be digging all that time. And, on the 4th month you quit, but you could have had your breakthrough on the 5th month. So just stay true, stay hooked, and you will start seeing little things. And also, they really push you to do a fitness tracker, or not a fitness tracker, sorry, a health tracker. And so you can actually write things. I had a guy the other day goes, I can't really tell anything, but the hair on my legs is growing back. And so I was like, well, that's something. He's like, yeah, I haven't had hair on my legs for 30 years, and all of a sudden it's growing back. I'm like, well, that is something, like those are the little nuggets that you are experiencing, but you're waiting for your chronic back pain to completely go to 0 out of 10. So you're missing all the like, oh, my eyes are better, a little, I don't need my readers, or that mole fell off, or, oh yeah, hair's growing back in a bald spot, or the hair on my leg. So it's little things that your body's trying to do along the way before you get those big things. And so the longer you wear the patch, the better it gets. It gets better and better and better. And so that's what we want to talk about on that. I want to go ahead and open it up and let Shell give us her testimony, because I don't want to run out of time for her testimony. So Shell, if you want to unmute, I'm gonna let you. Oh, you are. Go ahead, and you have the floor.
My name is Rochelle. I've been patching since the beginning of March-ish. The first thing I noticed was probably the mental clarity, and that was kind of the only thing for a while. I also have tennis elbow. I don't even know how long it was into patching, but I was taking groceries out of my car and always brace for pain because I know it's going to hurt. And I picked up a bag of groceries, had zero pain. And then last Friday, I was outside watering my garden, wearing sandals, probably not proper shoe wear to be walking on unsteady ground, stepped on something, rolled my ankle, went down really hard, didn't have a lot of pain at the beginning. And then I've been doing hair for 20 years and I was standing probably halfway through my day and was doing a highlight. And all of a sudden I started to feel throbbing and just kind of put some weight on it. And it was like a shooting pain up my ankle, down my foot, just hurt really bad. And I couldn't put weight on it the rest of the day. So Wendy suggested I put the X39, or not Wendy, Terry recommended I put the X39 on the pain and then the ice wave, or no, the ice wave and then the X39 the next day. Did the ice wave and then I did the glutathione on my ankle and the Aeon patch on my foot. And I will tell you, I can put 100% of my weight on it. I have zero pain. I worked all day today on my feet. Nothing. And I would say probably day 3, I had hardly any pain at all.
It's incredible. It's incredible.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, we Shell is a hairdresser here in Del Rio, Texas, and so we worked that night and kind of strategically planned out what patches she had and what we could put on there. And boy, she had it all patched up. She sent me a video, and that's great. But you're just giving your body what it needed to let that ankle heal, and so that's awesome. Yeah,
and I had a full schedule, so I thought I was gonna be screwed. I was so worried.
You had anxiety too. I was like, well, that Eon's gonna help with your anxiety. So
yes.
Yeah, so awesome. Thanks for sharing. That's good.
You're welcome.
I don't think that Wes is on here tonight. I want to share his testimony. He is he's a 48-year-old guy that he's a pilot and he's had severe neck pain, and he'll tell his full story at some point. But we finally got his neck pain. He's been patching about a month and a half, a little over a month, and we finally got his neck pain under control. Pretty severe. I saw his MRI report. It was pretty severe, and so we've been doing the ice wave and X39 and Eon. Those are the main ones that we've been trying to help him with. And so he's had better mental clarity too, and with his flying and all of that. And then he sent me this today. He sent me a picture of his blood pressure, and he's like, I don't know what's going on, but my blood pressure is usually 140 to 155 over 95 over 105, which I was like, oh my gosh, but it's 120 over 86. And I was like, well, first of all, your pain levels are down. So when your pain levels are up, your blood pressure normally goes up, usually, just because your body's in distress. So when you get your pain under control, then your blood pressures normally will come down too. But with patching and giving your body what it needs, we see that a lot. We see blood pressures regulate. We see sugars regulate. People's A1Cs go down. So that's why it's really important for you to go get your labs done. When, or just if you've just had them done, to get a hold of those and have those on file, so that when you go in 3 to 6 months or however often you go to get your A1C or whatever, you can see those numbers come down naturally because your body's taking care of the problems on its own. And you can work with your doctor on coming off some of those medicines or, reducing some of those medicines. Our mom, my sister and I's mom, has been patching a little over a year. She's 72, and she's currently no longer taking blood pressure medicines, and she's off of her cholesterol meds too. And I believe her thyroid meds are less. So over time, we've worked with her doctors, and then we watched, all of that. So just know that. Watch your markers and watch your labs. And have another customer that is patching, and she was on Lyrica and a pretty high dose, and she's weaned herself off of that with her doctor's help because she had some nerve issues going on with her leg and some back pain, sciatica. and it's not come back. She's off her Lyrica completely. So some of those medicines, you guys, and y'all know, they're just not good for us and they cause more problems. And so I understand as a therapist, you've got to have medicine to function and to take care of yourself each day. But as you begin patching and you stay with it, you're going to see that your body's trying to fix all of those things. And you just need to be in tune with those medicines and with your doctors. And just, I always tell my patients, when I was in the clinic, I'm like, you're your best advocate with the doctors. They work for you. As a therapist, I work for my patients. If I didn't have my patients, then I didn't have a job. And so if the doctors didn't have you, they wouldn't have a job. So stand up for yourself, research the things and have yourself a voice when you go in there. Yes, they are the expertise authority, but also your body better than anyone else. And so if you know that you're having symptoms that you weren't having, or something's different and off, have them do those labs and reduce some of the medicines and see where you are. So I kind of got off a little bit on that, but I think that's really important as we get better with patching. So, all right. I have another real quick testimony. I have a lady that's in my swim aerobics. She's a customer. And she came the other night, she sat down and she started patching because of neuropathy in her feet. And that went away with the ice wave. And then she's been wearing the X39. But she said, this is a little bit too much information. She said, but do these patches make you poop every day? And I was like, well, they're supposed to help your gut health, like, all the things that are going on with you. And she said, I've been constipated and not had regular bowel movements for over 30 years. She said, I'd be lucky to go every 5 to 6 days. And she said, with patching, I'm going daily. And she said, I didn't bargain for that. She goes, but I'm so happy that and that's what I want to convey with that. There are going to be things that you're not going to know that are going to change with this. She was mainly focused on her neuropathy, and now she's regular, and that's an awesome thing. So just know, track things, write it down, because you're going to see things change that you weren't bargaining for like she was. So we're going to talk about Cellergize tonight. We just have a few more minutes. This is awesome. There's so much goodness that I have pulled off today and read. I'm going to send some of it to my sister, Wendy, and let her upload it on her Facebook page if she hasn't already. I haven't come through all of her things. So, because there's so much to know about it, and I want to tell you about it. I highly recommend that y'all drink this. You do not have to. If you just want an X39 patch, go for it. But it is so important that you hydrate when you patch. And they have formulated this so that it works with the patches. So I'm going to go through this fairly quickly, just because there's so much goodness. But it's immediate crash-free energy boost. It is a precision formulated supplement powder designed to enhance the effectiveness of the phototherapy patches. So it bridges the nutrition gaps. You want to make sure that you've got good hydration and electrolytes in your system when you're patching, because the patches with the phototherapy, your body is producing its own GHKCU peptides, and then other peptides and amino acids with the other patches. And if you're not getting good nutrition and your body's trying to pull together all of that those amino acids and some copper, but you're not getting that in your diet, it's going to have a hard time to produce as much as it could. And the more it produces, the better your stem cells are going to wake up and go to work. So you really want optimal hydration, really good blood flow. I don't know if y'all have ever been dehydrated and you gone to have your blood drawn and they can barely get blood out of you because you're dehydrated. Well, if you're dehydrated, your blood flow is less, so you're going to have less of this peptide stimulating or circulating through your body. It's going to not reach as many stem cells that are dormant. So you can kind of see the reason for hydration. This is formulated with essential mineral minerals: copper, selenium, zinc, potassium, magnesium. You get 4 amino acids: the glycine, lysine, alanine, and the citrulline. You're also going to get vitamin C. You're also going to get this buckthorn fruit extract. And I'm going to read about that in a second because you're going to want that in your body. So you can read on there and see all the goodness that you're going to get from the Cellergize. But just this, and I have this too. Y'all are going to get this on that. I'll show you where to pull it up. But there's a clinical study on this. It's called Xanthox, or it's C, buckthorn fruit, and it's patented. It says consumption of this leads to an increase in the hematopoietic stem cells. I hope I said that right, which are the cells that give rise to the other blood cells, such as your T cells, which are your immune system, your red blood cells, and your white blood cells. Consumption of this also leads to an increase in endothelial stem cells and mesenchymal stem cells. So the pluripotent stem cells are the ones that are being produced, or being woke up, I should say, by the peptides. But then when you add this other buckthorn fruit extract into the mix, you're getting all these other little stem cells that are waking up and going to work too. So you are really optimizing all the stem cells that have gone dormant, if that makes sense. So the more stem cells you have floating around working, the better you're going to, I mean, if you've got red blood stem cells and all these different ones, you can think about your immune system and all the things. So that was one thing that I thought was so cool about the Cellergize. And that's just one little thing that's in it. I mean, all the rest of it, the amino acids. And I think too, I don't know, I mean, I take magnesium every day. So for me to have this in the morning and to get my magnesium in this, it kind of cuts out that supplement for me, because I know I'm going to get that. I'm going to get my potassium, and I don't have to buy any other electrolytes. So this for me has taken care of like a lot of things. I've been able to take off the ticket because it's in one thing. You do 2 scoops in the morning, and you put it in a big thing. I put it in a big bottle of water, and I sip on it all through the morning. I drink it before and during my workout in the morning time. And the cost of it, they also did too. So I have some nurses that are going to stock this in their clinics, and retail on this is $79.95. But because, when you go in as a brand partner like we are, you get the stuff wholesale. You get this for $69.95. But if you buy more than 1 jar, like if you buy 2 jars, you get it for $59.95 each. And then if you buy 3 or plus jars, then you get it for $49.95 each. So you're getting a really good deal. I bought 4 when they first came out because I wanted to give Sydney one, and then Tim took one on his trip. And so I wanted, a backup in case I ran out, because I don't want them to go out of stock. But, $49.90, $50 for, this. I don't know about y'all on your electrolytes, but mine are $20 for a month's supply. So I cut that out, and I'm actually saving, not having to buy magnesium and stuff too. But that's just personally what I do. Of course, y'all have your own regimens. Another quick thing, it says the Cellergize activates nitric oxide to boost your circulation and your oxygen delivery. If you've had any sort of heart attacks, or you have angina or anything like that, that pill that you put under your tongue, if you're starting to have a heart attack, that's nitric oxide. Opens up the vessels real quick, so you get that blood flow, that surge, and that's what the Cellergize is doing for you. It's activating that nitric oxide, so you get that openness in your blood flow, and it'll help keep your blood pressures in check too. Supports natural cell function for repair and regeneration. Replenishes essential minerals that we lose through stress, sweat, and poor diet. That's another thing for you guys that sweat a lot outside in the summer. I've got some ranchers that are patching, and they really need to probably be drinking this. I've already told them they need to drink electrolytes. That's very, very important. But this would this would take the place of that if you're out sweating a lot. Delivers antioxidant protection to combat cellular damage, and it improves that mitochondrial function for that sustained energy. And it also enhances nutrient absorption, so your body gets more out of what you eat. I have some other customers that have gut issues, like their stomach and their bowels do not absorb the nutrition when they eat because they have these chronic autoimmune diseases. So that's another way to have something that you can drink that will help stimulate that, where you can have better absorption. So I think that's it about. Do y'all have questions about Cellergize? I want you to read about it. I want to show y'all something real quick too while we're on here, because we only have like 5 or 7 minutes. There's a few things I want to show. I first want to show you that if you have someone interested, it's not hard. Don't make this hard. It's so easy. I want y'all have the tools. Just in your notes or somewhere in your apps, just save all of this, because if you can send them to this landing page, I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Can y'all see that? Somebody say yes or no.
No.
Can you see what I'm sharing, Wendy?
No.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. Okay, now.
There we go.
Okay.
Yes.
This is the landing page. This is it, info.com. Send them there if they want to read about the patent, the studies, the testimonies. It's all at the fingertips. All you have to do, here's the deal, girls and guys. We don't have to say very much. We don't have to know it all, because all these other people and all these other places that we can send them to know it all. Like, don't let yourself get nervous and you don't know how to explain it. You don't have to explain it. Send them to thisisit.info.com. They just tell them, watch the little short videos that explain what phototherapy is. It explains what X39 is. It gives you the patents, the PubMed, government articles about all the clinical studies. If they want to read the story behind the X39, boom, it's right there. Any case studies. They send them there. Tell them they can watch the doctor's testimonies. What are the doctors saying about it? It tells how it works exactly. You don't have to explain it. All you got to say is it wakes up your stem cells, and I'm not real sure how, but I can show you a place to go to that will tell you exactly how. And if you want to know exactly how, and so all the way down here at the very bottom, tell them, go all the way to the bottom. All these medical doctors, these videos, okay? If they're an athlete, or they're a mama or a daddy of an athlete that is injured, I've got that going on right now. Send them here. Tell them to go watch the testimonies. We will send them protocols, what we suggest they do to get better and to help their injuries mend with their bodies doing what they need to do. So, put this link somewhere in something that you can grab and send that to them, and then tell them to holler at you after they've gone through it. The second part of this is you need to go through this website and read and listen and learn what you're sending your people, because you are going to learn so much by going and learning what you're going to send to your people for them to learn. Does that make sense? You got to know what you're sending everybody. When I'm cleaning house, or I'm out cleaning the pool, or whatever I'm doing, or I'm driving, I'm totally listening to all of that. I'm going to testimonies in school. They're just a list of them, and I'm pushing play, and it's just playing 2-minute testimonies, one after another, after another, after another. And I'm listening, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to send that to Aunt Sally. She has got to hear that. She has lupus. Oh my gosh. I have a friend that her son has a traumatic brain injury, and they are just praying every day for a miracle. I have got to send her this testimony. And that's what I do. I just send it. I send it and I say, I've heard this and I thought about you and I'm praying for you and I hope you'll listen. If you want to know more, I can give you more. That's all I say. I don't say any more than that, because less is more. You know, if I inundate them with a whole bunch of stuff, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, what is she sending me? I'm not going to listen to that, or I'm not going to, they'll ghost me. So I just want you to know how simple it can be. We have all these wonderful, awesome testimonies at our fingertips, but y'all have to listen to them too. Because let me tell you, it's layers of conviction. It is every day when I hear all of that, I'm like, oh my gosh, we have our hands on miracle making patches, and I have to share it. And that's what I want you to feel like. Like, I want you to be like, I want to wear it. Number one, I don't want to stop. And number two, I have to share it. And so I want you to go to these places and listen to what we have. Our upline team, y'all, I've been in other companies. They have already done all the work. All I have to do is share it. I just have to share it. So put it in your notes. The other thing too is inviting people to go to these Zooms. There's a Zoom, an awesome Zoom on Mondays and Wednesday nights. If you'll just remember, Monday and Wednesday nights are the rock star. Send your people to them. I don't care if you invite 20 people, send them the link. Tell them, hey, please get on here and listen to this. You need to hear this. And just send it. Some people can and some people can't. If they say they can't, but they would love to hear the recording, that's fine. The next morning they put the recording in school. You just copy and paste. Send it to them. And I listen to the Zooms. I get on the Zooms. I want to hear the testimonies. I want to learn. I want to hear how other people are doing in their patching and their journey. And I can help someone else by listening to those testimonies and new presenters. So another thing I want to share real quick is this. When you go to school, can y'all see that, Wendy? The calendar? Okay.
Yeah. Now we can. We can.
It's in championmakers.com. Okay. We've sent y'all there in other Zooms, and we've all sent you the link to championmakers.com. You've got to go there once you start patching and get signed up. There's a community. There's all kinds of stuff they're posting. And I'm trying to hurry through this because I want to have one other thing. There's a classroom. You need to go through these short, quick little training videos. They're going to set you up perfectly to patch like you need to, and share it if you want to. You don't have to share it if you don't want to. I don't want anybody to feel like they have to share it. Any kind of testimonies, this is what I was talking about listening to. Look at all of those. They're all right here. I just start, and then they just go one after another, and they're only like 2 minutes long. Look at all of those. There's so many testimonies, but I want y'all to.
You can also click on that top deal, the playlist right above all those. Did you know that'll take you to YouTube? So they can actually share the YouTube, with friends. Right here.
I didn't want it to go too far, but yes, it's YouTube. No, it's good. So it takes you to YouTube, and it takes you to even more testimonies. See?
Yeah.
Like if you're searching for a testimony, today I had someone asking about anxiety and stress. Let me tell you, I was searching through all the testimonies, and I found so much goodness to send this person. So that's all. If they have something going on, they want to hear more, just go search it out. But the calendar, real quick, I want to show y'all. It tells you when these Zooms are. You know, like tomorrow on Wednesdays, they've started doing the leadership Zoom at 1. But they have recordings. If you're at work and you can't hear it, that's fine. You can play the recording that evening. But Mondays and Wednesdays at 8 are the Zooms you want to invite people to that are interested. And then 1 o'clock on Tuesdays is the ladies Zoom for any ladies that are interested. They kind of gear it to more things that ladies go through, menopause and some of the different things that have testimonies on there. So, and then we have our team Zooms on Sunday night. Everybody needs to jump on those at 8 o'clock. You're going to hear so much good stuff, great testimonies. They just give us all the goodness. Okay. All right. The other thing I want to share with y'all is my sister's page. If y'all are on Facebook and you're not part of Wendy's Light the Way to Healing and Freedom, we want to get you on there. What Wendy does is she goes and if you missed it somewhere else because you weren't in school or you just missed it, she's going to post it. And she's going to post like doctor testimonies and anything like that's going on in the Fort Worth area here you see. She's going to post that in that Facebook. She's going to post little testimonies that come through. How to do your pay portal. You know, how to click on this and watch the video so you can get your money when you start sharing it and making money. Things like that. Any promotions. So if you're not part of Wendy's, I try to invite everybody that are my customers. But if you're someone who's started, you're adding people in, and I haven't gotten to them yet, or I'm not Facebook friends with them, you need to go in there and add them to that if you can, because we're doing our best to keep up. 150 people plus, and it's growing every day, and I'm trying really hard to keep up, but I'm not friends with everybody on Facebook. So if that's your people that you're getting started, please plug into this so we get everybody plugged in, and we want everybody to be successful with their patching. And if they're not plugged in and they're not learning about things that we need to troubleshoot, we don't want anybody to quit, because we know that it's helping them and we know they're going to get their breakthroughs. So if you're responsible for helping people get patching, then please plug them into Facebook groups, plug them into me and Wendy, text me, text her, let us know you've added them. We see them in our activity, but sometimes, you know, Facebook friends and stuff, it's hard. But we want everybody to be fully successful and to be a part of this whole team experience, because it's incredible. And I just want everybody to keep getting well, getting better. So, Wendy, you have anything to add? We have about 4 minutes.
No, that's good. I love these.
Yeah, they're good.
Did you want to tell them maybe like in the future, like, so we don't, because, you know, like there's only so many patches and products, that we'll do like protocols maybe that you can do that when they can invite people?
Yeah.
Sorry, so my mouth is moving slower. I'm going to take this thing off.
No, you're good. We have just a few more of our LifeWave patches that we'll talk about on these Zooms. I know we've gone through some in the weeks prior. After we kind of get through those different products, other than the X39, we're going to start talking about different protocols that we've learned. If someone has, you know, different things going on with them, whether it's sciatica, back pain, dizziness, vertigo, whatever, just some different protocols that we can share that have worked and have helped people with tinnitus or different things. So we're going to keep moving forward with the Zooms, and we're going to keep educating. I feel like that's so important, that we're being educated, and we are educating, because that's what's going to keep us all pushing forward and staying, you know, to keep patching, and know that if we're not seeing something, just like Michelle with her ankle the other night, I texted and said, hey, if you've got glutathione, put that on, because that's going to boost your immune system by 300% just in the next 24 hours. And she said, I do, I have it. And so she put it on. And then, you know, like you heard her say, 3 days later, she's walking normal. So she could have used carnosine as well with the healing. A lot of athletes use the carnosine to increase blood flow and circulation when they have injuries. So there's a lot of different things, and we want you to have those tools in your tool belt to know. But yes, Wendy, we have talked about that, what we would do moving forward. And if there's anything else y'all want to learn about, does anybody have questions? I know I've been talking and dominating this the whole time, but I want y'all to feel like you can ask questions too. And text us, call us, ask questions that way if you don't feel comfortable asking on Zoom.
Hey, I was going to tell them real fast too, like when she does tell us what the protocol that we're going to talk about, I would put, if you're wanting to share this, okay, if you're not, it's totally fine. But I would make, you know, like on Facebook, you can type something and you can pick a background color or something. I would say, like, say we're going to talk about autism or something, some things, or that's just an example. But like, make a Facebook post, like, who of my friends have somebody that has arthritis or ADHD or whatever we talk about, and then, or know somebody, and that will help you know like who you can invite to this Tuesday night. So that sometimes you're like, I don't know, like who to invite or whatever, like you feel like you're inviting the same people. That'll just help you with a different protocol, like, or, and you can do that without knowing, you know, what the Tuesday night is. Like, who do I know with asthma, you know, and then
show them a video, like private message them something. So those are just tips to help other people.
That's good. Real good. I posted the other